How's it going, everyone? Shifty here, and I'm back with another easy Legendaw sector guide. Today I'm going to be going over the K1 Revelations Legendaw sector on the moon. Now for my easy guides, I tend to use loadouts that are easily obtainable by most players, and if I don't use something that's easily obtainable, I offer alternatives. In addition to that, I don't use Warmind Cell or Charged with Light mods. I only use regular mods and artifact mods. And throughout the run, I offer live commentary to give you some tips along the way. My goal with these easy guides is to make Legendaw sectors as accessible as possible so more people can get through them. Now before I get into my loadout for this one, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Now for this video, I am only going to show one run on a Titan, but you can use this strategy on any class. With that said, I went with a Void subclass. On my Titan, I went with Middle Tree Sentinel. On a Warlock, I would go with Top Tree Voidwalker, and on a Hunter, I would go with Top Tree Night Stalker. As for my weapons, I have Witherhoard, which is a great weapon for this Legendaw sector and is available in the exotic kiosk in the tower. Now if you don't have the Witherhoard, the ignition code grenade launcher from the new override activity would work also. For this run, I am using the unstoppable grenade launcher mod from the seasonal artifact. If you don't have that mod yet, you may have to use an unstoppable sidearm, although I don't recommend that as it will make this take much longer. Then I have the Shadow Price Arc Auto Rifle. There are arc shields in this Legendaw sector, so it helps take those out and it helps deal with barrier champions. If you don't have this, you could use the new future War Cult auto rifle called the Number. That also does arc damage. In addition to that, you could also use the Eternal Blazon Arc Scout Rifle and just swap the anti-barrier auto rifle mod out for the anti-barrier scout rifle mod. And then for my heavy weapon, I went with the Bad Omens Void Rocket Launcher, which is in the World Loot Pool, and you can also purchase this exact roll from the Drifter. I should mention that void damage is boosted by 50%, so this does significantly more damage than normal. As for necessary armor mods, I of course have the anti-barrier auto rifle and the unstoppable grenade launcher mods. Then I do have the grenade launcher scavenger and rocket launcher scavenger mods from the artifact. This isn't necessary, but I am using the breach and clear mod, which makes it so champions and bosses take additional damage after being hit by grenade launcher damage. Don't worry too much about it if you don't have this mod. Anyway, for the rest of my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Alright, that is my loadout for this one. Now, let's get into it. Alright, so grenade launchers work really well in this Legendaw sector, especially Witherhoard, because there's a lot of enemies that are grouped together. Now if you don't have the unstoppable grenade launcher mod, you'll probably have to swap out a grenade launcher for a sidearm, which will make this take significantly longer. So it might not be worth doing until you get the unstoppable grenade launcher mod. Alright, so now we're going to have a champion to deal with. I'm going to throw that Witherhoard on the ground because it'll probably dodge out of it if I try to shoot it at it. Wait for it to barrier, and then you can rocket it. If you don't have Witherhoard, a legendary grenade launcher would work just as well. Alright, don't go past this vehicle at this point. Be ready for the enemies that come out of that doorway. The reason you don't want to go past this vehicle is because there's a shrieker in the distance that will open up. When you are ready to take that shrieker out, make sure your rocket's reloaded, then push forward. Shoot a rocket, and then use these crates as cover. Alright, I'm going to go up here and throw a Witherhoard right there to take out any enemies that are not the champion. As you can see, the champion is glowing purple. That means my breach and clear mod is working, and it should take more damage right now. Throw a Witherhoard over there. There we go. You can also just wait for the Witherhoard or whatever to damage it enough where you can take out its barrier if you're worried about that. These acolytes will throw a lot of grenades, so you're just going to want to be careful for that. Just like that. Alright, when you've cleared some of these out, you can push forward and use this rock as cover. You will have an arc shielded knight there. Now the breach and clear mod doesn't work on regular enemies, only tough enemies like champions and bosses. When you've cleared out all these acolytes, you're going to have a champion spawn like that. I didn't intend for my wither horde to actually get it there, but that worked out really well. When all the acolytes are down, you can push forward, but be careful behind you because there will be an arc shielded knight on the ridge shooting at you. I'm going to try to do that. And then rocket up there. I try to take out a few enemies up there because it makes it a little bit easier later on. At this point, be careful for the acolytes to your left. There will be a bunch of them, so just take them out as you can. We want to clear out as many as possible because it makes it easier when fighting champions if we don't have to worry about grenades flying in from every different angle. Alright, that one's going to continue to hide, so I'm just going to head up here. When the enemies there die, you're going to have an unstoppable champion that spawns. I missed that, so I'm going to hide. Wait for the reload. And I almost died there. That's fine. Now we just have to clear the acolytes out up here without dying to their grenades. Looks like there's another acolyte hiding over here. Alright, when we take this final acolyte out, there will be another unstoppable champion. Now we just have to clear out the area. Look for any heavy ammo if possible. I don't see any, so I'm going to take out that crystal. When you're ready for the boss fight, make sure everything's reloaded, and then destroy this crystal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a wither horde on it to weaken it, and then throw a grenade as well. And then I'm going to rocket launch it. Benefit of a rocket launcher is it's going to take out a bunch of the regular adds as well. Now there will be a barrier champion that we're going to want to take out to get the platinum rating, so I'm going to try to get a wither horde on that. Wait for it to barrier. And then rocket it. If you don't have wither horde, just make sure to use your grenade launcher and be ready for when it's going to barrier. I want to try to take out some of these acolytes so I stop getting spammed with grenades. Alright. Careful for the sniper in the distance. If you can, just use this as cover. You can see the boss hiding right there. We'll try to flush it out with grenades and wither horde and everything else. And then I'm going to rocket. When the boss is down, you can use your super to get to the chest on a Titan. On a Hunter, you can use invisibility, but on a Warlock, you'll probably have to clear out some of the enemies. There we have it, a platinum completion of K1 Revelations. I'm only going to show this one run in this video because it's so similar on all three classes. There's no real differences besides getting to the chest. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.